Hi there. Today I have a fun little pick a card reading for you. Well, it's not exactly a pick a card, I think it's better, but you will see. If you like this type of content, if you enjoy my videos, I recommend that you hit the subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment, and if you are really nice or interested in it, you can also book a reading with me on my website. Check out the description for more information. So, what we're going to do here is I would like to ask you to think of 3 important people in your life. And we're going to go ahead and match each person with one of these objects. So you can already start thinking if you would like. And I would also like you to take your time with how these objects sound, and if the sound reminds you of someone, that also could be your clue as to why you should pick that item and pair it up with that particular person. So we have this shell. If that reminds you of someone, it can also just be like an arbitrary match that you make in your mind. Doesn't have to mean anything, but maybe it's better if you try to make it meaningful, if you're trying to look for a connection. So the first item is the shell, and then we have this frog thingy. It sounds like this. Okay. So that's the second item, the second person. And the third one is this lovely feather. Makes a sound like this. So, if you want to, you can pause the video if you haven't yet decided which person is going to represent, or which item is going to represent which person. But if you've already made your mind up, then you can just continue watching. And the card that is going to be assigned to the given item is going to give you some advice on the relationship with that given person. So this first one is for the shell. Then let's go ahead and pick one card for the frog. And the feather. And by the way, if you only want to think of one person, if you're not interested in any more, you can also do that. You can also just pick one out of these 3 objects and think of your person. And the message is going to be about that one person. But feel free to utilize all of the cards, all of the messages. So, let's start with the first one, shell. The message is patience. The 7 of Pentacles. Let me show you this card up close. It's really beautiful. Seven of Pentacles, or the Seven of Rainbows, as it's called in this deck, is about waiting. It's one of those cards in the tarot that can be very frustrating, especially if you are excited or kind of anxious to see changes happen in the relationship with this person. If you want it to be different, the Seven of Pentacles is indicating that this is a very slow moving process, and there might be some physical or material limitations to what is possible here. So really, this is a process that inherently carries a lot of meaning. If you look at the illustration here, I think the message is clear. It's worth waiting. It's probably a noble pursuit to wait and give it time, but it's going to require a lot of patience and compassion towards yourself and towards the other person, because things seem to be stifled and limited, restricted at the moment. So the best advice is to cultivate an attitude of mindfulness and peace throughout all of this. To try to take it easy and know that there's nothing that you can do at this given moment to directly influence the flow of things. All you can do, the best you can do, is to wait it out. Okay. It's up to you to decide whether you think this is worth waiting for. The cards are saying that whatever you decide, it's going to take time. Okay, let's look at the frog person. Little froggy. And we have the Four of Cups turning in. So this relationship seems to be either distant or indifferent, or so deep on an emotional level that no words are necessary anymore. So it depends on the situation. This is why, these general readings might not be as detailed or as special as the personalized readings, but I hope you can take something from this nevertheless. So the Four of Cups is about emotional detachment, and this can be a very healing thing. It can bring a lot of peace in a time of turmoil, but it can also perpetuate an attitude of indifference, like I said, detachment, coldness, aloofness, and the focus seems to be on the individual rather than the relationship. So there might be a lack of initiative on both parts, or just on the part of one person in the relationship. There seems to be a lack of incentive to keep going or to take things to the next level. And this might be, a temporary thing, but at any rate, forcefulness or any strategy that involves a lot of over-the-top reactions or emotions is not really functional here, because there's this emotional isolation going on that, just like with the first card, we need to give it some time to see where it evolves to. But there's, I would say that there's less of a constructive vibe to this card than the first card. So with the Four of Cups, turning inward, focusing on the self, focusing on who you are instead of reaching out to the other person, is the main guideline, or the main the essence of the situation. So the advice is to not try to force anything. Try to take on a strategy or a presence of mind that is non-demanding, that is laissez-faire, zen, if you will, and allow things to unfold from there. And lastly, the Feather. Let's see what the message is here. The Two of Cups. Very beautiful. Well, there's a lot of gentleness here. The Feather is signifying a connection, a soul connection. It's called friendliness, and it's probably one of my favorite cards in this deck because it's very simple but very lovely. The imagery, the illustration here, and the stark contrast between the Four of Cups, this lone warrior, this emotional disconnect, and what is going on here with the Two of Cups. This is a soul-to-soul, intimate relationship that is unfolding. A great friendship, a great business relationship, a great creative relationship or romantic relationship, whatever it may be. There's a very beautiful and very emotionally fresh connection between the two of you. So really the advice is nothing else than let this happen, enjoy it, take or allow your guard to drop, the mask to drop, and show this person who you really are. True acceptance is only possible if you are willing to reveal the authentic you. And with this person, you have a good chance of making a good connection. So, this was a little bit different. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you could take something from it. Again, if you enjoy this type of content and would like to see videos like this in the future, let me know in the comments or by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. And you can also, book a reading with me or subscribe for monthly readings at a discounted price. If you would like to know anything more, feel free to email me, or you can ask away in the comments as well. Thank you for watching. See you next time.